Hey guys, welcome back. This is Q and Cole from Command Traffic, and we are continuing with this training, number 4 of this 5-part series. And today we are going to be talking about the power of email, which is actually the #1 profit center for online companies and is way too often overlooked because people just don't see it that way anymore. And it is still a huge asset for any online business. So we're going to get into why and how you guys can be utilizing email to create that revenue for yourselves. So just to recap a few things before we jump in. So far, some of the things that we've discussed in these trainings. Training number 1, we talked about audience and how important that is to understand who you're marketing to and how big of a role that plays in everything you do with your marketing, advertising, with your business. Training number 2, having the right offer to convert more customers from the traffic that you get to your store. And training number 3, how to make more profit in sales with simple funnels and how awesome they can be for your business to maximize the revenue coming in the door from day one from your customers. So today we're going to be talking about the massive revenue opportunity of email marketing and how, all these trainings that we've been through before, kind of come to eclipse at this point because this is the #1 profit opportunity for your business. And the reason really why is because you've done the work to this point to get your customers in the door, and now they're on your email list. And most of these email service providers aren't that expensive. You're not paying a lot to host these people anymore. So what you can get out of them is pretty much all profit from there. So utilizing email to grow that profitability for your business is huge, guys, huge. And if you're not doing it, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to grow your business. So what you guys should know, email is still the #1 form of communication for brands across the globe, period. It is the #1 form of communication. Actually, 99% of online consumers check their email on a daily basis. So you guys can imagine how big of an opportunity that is. If 99% of your people are checking their email, you have an opportunity to get in front of them again and again and again. The other things you guys should need to know, trust and community building creates a really long-term asset out of your email list. Too often I see, directly selling right away to email lists and only utilizing it to plug in every once in a while to try and sell something, can create some extra revenue for you, but is not really going to create that long-term asset that you can plug into again and again over time. And lastly, email marketing should account for over 30% of your total revenue for your business. And that's, going conservative with it, really. If you guys are not creating 30% of your revenue from email marketing, you're missing an opportunity. You're doing something wrong. Something's happened there. We need to hit that number and grow from there with email marketing, guys.
So real quick, Cole, just want to jump in here. Like, you got to realize that when you send out an email blast or, regular email marketing to your customers, there are varying levels of profit opportunity. And, within, for example, the coaching space, you could send one blast, get 2 people to respond to that blast out of, let's say, 1,000 people, or maybe even 200 people. You get 2 people to respond to you, and you sell a coaching program that's $5,000, and you close those 2 people. So you made $10,000. You made $10,000 off of a 200-person email list. Okay. Again, if you are in coaching and you have numbers like that where you're selling a $5,000 product or service, imagine if you had 10,000 people on your list. Imagine if you had 20,000 people on your list. What about 100,000 people on your list? And you send out an email to do a consulting call and sign people up for a $5,000 package. You close 20, 30, 40, 50 of those people. That is massive amounts of money. Okay. And then again, even with e-commerce, scale it back. It's easy for people to buy small products. So if you just quickly promote small products through your list regularly, you're going to be stacking that value, stacking those purchases again and again and again, and making massive amounts of revenue for your company just by simply sending out emails. It's just too easy, guys. You got to get on this. So
yeah, and from yesterday's training, Q really pointed out how valuable a funnel can be and why, and showed some of those conversion percentages and how that grows your average order value. Well, then they're on your email list and you have the opportunity to sell them more products. And let's say another 10% of your email list converts on the next product. Well, you guys have already seen how quickly that can grow and stack in your favor and create more profitability for your company. So just to get into a few things you guys need to keep in mind when creating email marketing campaigns to, like we said, create that long-term asset that you can plug into again and again over time and make more and more money. You guys have to figure out a way to give value. The best way to build trust is to give value in some way or another. So if you are a coach or consultant or service provider, this is a little bit easier than, the e-commerce route. You can give tips and tricks and training, all these different ways to show the knowledge that you have and how helpful that can be to, your email list and potential clients. That's a great way to give value if you're in that sort of service provider tier. But if you're in e-commerce, there's also a lot of opportunity here to give that value and build that trust. Discount codes, deals, free giveaways, insider benefits, loyalty programs. Just a lot of people even just kind of incentivize ways of getting people on the email list by saying, stay up to date with new products and services coming out and things of that nature. So there's lots of different ways to give away value in email. And that is one thing you have to do in order to create this long-term asset. To move on, having some troubles here. So two, while we're creating value, we really need to create that sense of community. So the first week or even two within having somebody new on your email list is extremely important to make that right and to give value and to create that sense of community. Like we mentioned earlier, if you get to selling too early and push too hard too early on a sale, you're going to turn off a certain portion of your audience that's either going to unsubscribe for you or kind of tune you out and no longer want to pay attention to what you have to say in those email marketing campaigns. So as we said, value giveaways, brand building, talk about your mission statement, why you do what you do, why you love what you do, what got you into it, brand story, how your business came to fruition. And then, lastly, brand improvement, which we're going to talk about on this next slide, which I can't
I got
see.
you. I got you. There you go.
I want to just go. You handle that from here. So, all right, cool. So value, we talked about storytelling and how the brand came to fruition, but brand improvement as well. And we talked about this a little bit in the audience training, how surveys and questionnaires are awesome tools for learning more about your audience that you're selling to your customers. You want to know more about them, but it's also great for actually engaging your list of customers. Your customers will appreciate it if you ask them how you can be better for them. You ask them for reviews on their products and services, on your products and services. A lot of people think this is kind of like cheesy and people don't want to do that. And sure, not everyone on your list is going to answer these emails and get back to you and fill out your surveys, but the ones that do it because they want to, help improve the brand so that they'll continue buying products and things will be even better for them, right? So customers are going to appreciate it. And it's an awesome tool for learning more, being able to go back and apply your learnings to all your marketing, to your emails, so on and so forth, to grow that revenue and profitability.
Real quick, Cole, when you ask how you can be better for reviews or products and stuff like that, this is sort of like a secret sauce to email marketing. What that does is it gets people to reply to your email. And when people reply to your email, the email service provider that you're using sees that as like great credibility. So replies are great to have in your email marketing. And so the more people that reply back to you saying like, hey, this was great, that was great, or I love your story, or whatever it was, whatever you prompt them to reply with, it's like good juice for your email delivery going forward. So then when you start sending out more and more emails, you're more likely to reach more of your email list and be in good standing with your email service provider, but also be in good standing with, Google and Yahoo and all these other companies that, host emails, because deliverability is a thing and you want to have good deliverability. Getting people to respond and interact with you on email is going to increase your deliverability.
Yeah, that's a great point. Not only is it awesome for learning more about the audience and engaging your list, but having that deliverability is huge and something a lot of people don't even realize is going on within their ASPs. And we're going to get into a little bit more tools of how you guys can improve that as well in a minute.
Cool.
You want to go to that next slide for me?
Gotcha.
Cool. So, campaigns, email marketing campaigns is a concept that, I think a lot of people understand, but don't think too much about. And like I already mentioned earlier, I see way too many companies that rely on this, okay, I'm going to email my list one time a week, tell them about a new product or a sale I'm doing, and, purely try and push sales on that one sales email per week. But as I mentioned, that's going to turn a lot of people off if all you're ever doing is selling. And one email a week really isn't enough to engage that list and have people wanting to hear more from you. So 5 to 10 emails, going out over the course of about 1 to 2 weeks is really what's sufficient for an email marketing campaign. So if you have a new product launch going on, if you want to do a sale and try and bring in some more profitability for your business for a certain week or two or month, you want to build up to a launch like a Black Friday sale, something like that. These are all great reasons, and just a few of them to be creating email campaigns and to be thinking about exactly how you can, push that out over the course of 5 to 10 emails, how you can give away some value, how you can use the brand improvement and brand story techniques, product story, that type of thing to deliver this message to your specific audience and try and create that sale at the end of this email marketing campaign. So like we talked about earlier, without this ability to create proper email marketing campaigns and roll those out to your audience, you're missing out on 30%, usually more of revenue. But as we talked about, email is really profitable because we've already paid to get these people in the door. We've already, paid for the advertising or done the work with the organic marketing to get these people on our list. So why are we not taking advantage of that and garnering more profitability from that over time?
Yeah. And, just one thing, customers or buyers buy, and buy again. Okay. This is like a old saying, right? When someone's bought from you, they will buy more from you. Typically, they will buy more from you. They are easier. It is easier to get someone who has bought from you to buy more from you than it is to get someone new to buy from you. Okay. So your email list is full of people who are going to buy more from you. Okay. So tap into that. Like, I think people forget that too. Like, your goal as a business owner is to get customers and then get customers to buy more and more and more and more and more. That's what the best businesses do. They focus on getting their current customers to buy more from them. Okay. So that's what your email list is. And it's just funny to see so many people ignoring that, right? You have a list of buyers, go get them to buy more stuff. That's it. Okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah, and to be clear, talking about campaigns, you don't have to go back. It's fine, but
sure.
Great to do email marketing campaigns for product launches and all these other types of things, but you want to be doing it from day one. I don't care if you have only ever sold to 100 people and you only have that 100 people on your list. If you're not doing it now, then you're going to, they're going to forget that they bought from you and they haven't heard from you in months to a month or two. Like, you're losing that opportunity to build this as a long-term asset. So you want to be doing this from day one. And we'll get into this. I'll have you guys do a little bit of this for homework to get you guys started on this. But just real quickly, best tools and practices. These are a few of the ESP, email service providers that we've used and loved. We've tried a ton of them with different clients and things. My personal favorite is ActiveCampaign, but Klaviyo, GetResponse, and MailChimp are all really great email service providers. If you guys don't already have one, you guys are going to want to go look at your different options. There's lots of different features and pricing that kind of set these apart from each other. But at the end of the day, you can do most of what you need to do with really any of these. So whatever kind of works for you, or if you already have one, that's going to work. That's fine. I threw Zapier in here as just kind of a way to remind you guys, you do have to connect your ESPs, these ActiveCampaign or MailChimp or whatever you have, to your store so that your email list automatically, when someone buys from you, that email and that information is getting passed to your ESP. So, the easiest way is going to be to have, a web hoster and an email service provider that have that automation, that connection, so that you can just plug that in and have that do it for you. Some won't have that connection. You'll have to use outside tools such as Zapier, and there's lots of others like it that help you make those connections and you can create those automations so that, all of this becomes easier. But real quick on practices, something that Q alluded to here about, creating higher deliverability and getting those good scores from your ESPs and the Googles and Facebooks of the world. Segmenting and cleaning your list is something that not enough people do, even the ones that do utilize email marketing on a daily basis and do a good job of that. So what I mean by that is to segment your list. When you're sending emails, your ESP is going to tell you, you got 20% or 30% deliverability, and you can see the people on your list that are that are opening your emails and reading and clicking. And so what you're going to want to do over time is segment those people and put them in their own section, or tag them, or however you want to label that, so that when you need to get off an email that's really important, what you can do is send it to your best openers first, so that you get like crazy crazy open rates, 80-90%, because those are the people that are always opening your emails. And then when you send it to the rest of everybody else, you've already created a great score for that email by getting it opens with the great segment of your list. And then at the end of the day, there's going to be people, and no matter who you are, how great your email marketing is, and how great your products and services are, there's always going to be people on your list that just don't open and read and care about your email marketing. And you want to give them a chance over time, maybe a month or two, to see if we can convert them and get them more engaged. But at the end of the day, there's going to be people that you just kind of have to delete and move on from, so that you're not hurting those scores over time by continuing to send to people that aren't opening your emails.
Awesome.
Cool. So lastly, guys, got some more homework for you. First thing I want you guys to do is look at the pricing on the recommended tools and other email service providers that you might have heard of or read about, and sign up for one of those ESPs if you don't already have one and aren't already using one. The next thing, after you've chosen and signed up for one of the email service provider you want to use, watch tutorials on how to use different features within that email service provider that you choose. Specifically, I want you guys to look up automations and automatic marketing campaigns, so that you can have essentially an automatic campaign set up. So every time that somebody comes and signs up for your email list or buys something from your store, and that email goes to your email service provider, they're automatically being put into that campaign and starting to receive emails from you without you even having to do anything. Okay. So watch the tutorials and figure out how you can set up an automation. And then I want you to connect your store with your ESP and create a 5 email intro sequence for new customers. And I want you guys to use some of those tips we talked about. Give away value where you can. Brand story and brand improvement techniques within this 5 email intro sequence. And you guys will see how awesome this is as building a long-term asset for your business, creating that engagement from your current subscribers. And you'll see the open rates are really high in that first week. And if you do a good job of giving away the value and using these brand improvement techniques and things that we talked about, you're going to create engaged customers on your list that you're going to be able to sell to again and again over time. So this is going to be hugely important, guys. I want you guys to set up that 5 email sequence just to have it for new customers coming in the door. And once you have it, you don't need to touch it. It's going to run for you, send emails for you, and you can come back to improve it as you learn more about your customers and what works for them.
Yeah, Cole, just to, again, kind of recap what we've talked about and what we've learned so far, and then how it all funnels into this moment that we're talking about with the email marketing right now is, look, again, let's just recap. We got the audience dialed in. We figured them out, okay? Then we figured out how to make this high converting offer to get traffic through the door, get people purchasing, right? And then we got the funnels in place to maximize the amount of money that our customers are going to spend with us. So we raise that average order value right off the bat. Okay. Now they're on our email list. We got them on the email list, and then we can reach out to them again, develop that loyalty a little bit deeper, and then get them to buy more products and services down the line. Like, why wouldn't you have this set up from day one? Okay. So again, what I see so many people do is they have different pieces of this system set up, not necessarily in order. And then over time, they're putting all this stuff together. Guys, get it dialed in. Step 1, step 2, with it, our training is explaining exactly what we're talking about. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. These are training 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? We're on 4. It doesn't matter if you haven't even had one customer come through the door yet. Get this email in place, get all that dialed in. So that first customer that comes through, sees that offer, takes that offer, gets a couple order bumps, comes in, gets your email list, learns about your brand, gets more emails from you, and then maybe even buys something on that third email. And that one person you might even make, $100 off of, or $200 off of, or $10,000 off of if you're a coach, right? So it's important to have all this stuff set up for every single person that comes through the flow. And just by putting this in place, you're doing the things that 99% of business owners and marketers out there are not doing, and you're getting it dialed in, and you're making the most out of the opportunity that's come through the door. So super
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, great point. There's a reason we've kind of ordered these trainings out, and there's a reason we've given you guys this homework, because this is going to set you up from success from day one, and into the future from here on out. So
Yeah, this is crucial. These are the keys to the kingdom right here. So guys, look out for training 5 tomorrow. I'm super excited about training 5 because training 5 is more about traffic, how to really pump this system full of traffic that's going to convert for you and again make you those profits and sales. So get to this homework and then we'll see you in tomorrow's video training number 5.
awesome. See you there, guys.